Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about creative self-care and in a little bit of a different way. A friend of mine taught me many years ago that as a highly sensitive person and as a creative, she would schedule what she called freak out time or recovery time. And she would literally make an appointment with herself in her diary after she'd just done something that was pretty full on and challenging for her. And I just bless her every time I think of her, beautiful Kai, because she introduced to me something that I would never have given myself permission to do. So last Thursday, I had to attend a legal hearing for a family member, and it was a 6-month build up to this hearing. Then there was a whole morning, hours and hours of it, and then it was done by lunchtime. And it was a really big thing for me. I did not want to do that. I did not want to be involved, but I actually had to organize it and, yeah, be very responsible for it all. So I got home about lunchtime, middle of the day, and I was done, like wrung out like a rag. But I knew that that was going to happen because as a highly sensitive person, this is one of the ways that I experience life. And the reason I'm talking about it is twofold. One, to help all the other highly sensitive creatives out there. Two, to normalize my experience. And three, as I become more authentic and talk about how life is for me and how I navigate that, I'm hoping that it will help other people. And it helps me let go of some of the shame that I've always carried about not being normal like other people. So I moved all of my clients to other days on that day, and I kept my whole afternoon free. And I had lots of ego thoughts in the morning. It's like, oh, I could do this, I could do this, I could do that. By the time I got home, my nervous system was wrecked. I was absolutely done. So what I did was I sat quietly and I did some very gentle watercolor painting. And I didn't do that painting with an outcome in mind. It was purely, I wasn't trying to learn something new. I wasn't trying to expand into new creative areas. I just wanted to put paint and water on my brush and make nice, gentle layers. And I did that for a few hours until my nervous system started to regulate. Now, it's actually taken 3 or 4 days for me to really come back. And in fact, I'm still going to bed quite early every night because there's a lot of change as a result of what this meeting created. And that's still ongoing. But there is a time when I would have asked of myself to do something like that in the morning and then go straight back to work. And the reason I no longer do it is out of creative self-care. So I use creativity in that way to help me cope, regulate or re-regulate, rebalance my system so that I could go back to work the next day and perform quite, reasonably well. In the past, I would have put a mask on and I would have pushed through and I would have thought, you should be able to just go back to work and perform at peak. But it's not true. I just can't. And I think even though I would have been adequate with the clients that I worked with that afternoon, they would have felt that I wasn't 100% there because everybody can, well, maybe they can't feel it, but I can feel it. And I don't want to betray myself in that way anymore. So my question to you is, how can you, as a highly sensitive, creative person, work out ways to support yourself to be more authentic through your creativity? What would that look like for you? I've explained what it looked like for me this week. I use it in different ways depending on what's going on. And then also just kind of noticing the difference between when we choose to use creativity in a support mechanism way like that versus a great big energetic expression of something that wants to be expressed through you. Or, you know, for me, there's lots of days in between when I'm just chipping away at a big project, you know, showing up, being tenacious, because an embroidery can take months and months and months. And it's just some days I don't want to show up and continue on, but I do. So that's something for you to ponder this week, all about, yeah, how you can use your creativity. Can't talk today. You can use your creativity as, you know, a really good tool for self-care and nervous system regulation, especially if you're a highly sensitive person like me. If you'd like more in-depth conversation and a community of others, join me over on Patreon, where we go a little bit deeper. We have journal prompts and creative prompts. And yeah, we really get into the nitty-gritty of these subjects. So from my heart to yours, thank you so much for joining me once again, and I will look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.